Hi everyone, it's Abby Andrew and welcome back to the René of Paris channel. In today's video, I wanted to come on here and share some everyday quick wig tips with you all that you can use on a day-to-day basis, whether you're a daily wig wearer or an occasional wig wearer. A lot of these tips I actually use on almost a daily basis as a daily wig wearer myself, so whether you are brand new to wigs or you've been wearing them for a long time, hopefully you can find something helpful from this video. The first tip I wanted to share with you all might be something a little bit intuitive or obvious, but it's something that I always do and I think it's really important for me as a wig wearer, and that is pretty much just keeping certain wig tools on hand at all times if I am going out and about throughout my day and leaving the house. I love to keep some of these things like this folding wig brush from René of Paris in my purse at all times so that if I ever want to just give it a quick brush or something just to freshen it up, I can, and I have this on hand. The really great thing about this brush in particular is that it folds, so it's really easy to store in a bag without it getting damaged, with the bristles kind of being covered. But then you can also unfold it and use the tail for styling as well. So if you wanted to style your bangs, you can just kind of work with this a little bit more easily for certain things. And then of course the brush side for when you actually want to brush it out. This one that I'm wearing right now is Stevie from the Amore Collection. And if I'm wearing a long wig like this for an entire day, every once in a while, as it's getting later in the day and I've been wearing it for hours, I like to just take out this brush and just very gently give it a light brush or comb just to kind of get the hair a little bit flowier again. Because this wig also has the double monofilament cap, I also like to sometimes brush it back like this. For me, I feel like it just kind of gives it a little bit of extra volume. And sometimes when a wig has a double monofilament cap like this, I even like to intentionally pull it back and expose some of the monofilament cap, because the monofilament wig cap gives you that really natural looking scalp effect on top. So in my opinion, sometimes exposing it a little bit can also just make it look that much more natural, because it looks like it's just growing right out of your own head. Something else I like to keep on hand if I am going out and about for the day and I happen to be wearing a wig that day is I like to just keep a couple of really simple hair clips with me in case I need them for any reason. So I like to keep some different hair ties, maybe of different sizes on hand, as well as some bobby pins. Sometimes I'll even take bobby pins like this and just put them right on my belt loop if I'm wearing jeans, just so I always have it if I need it. Of course, this definitely depends on what wig style you're wearing for that day, but the hair ties are great for if you ever want to just throw your hair back into a ponytail, if you're doing something with your hands and you want to be able to just get the hair back out of your face. That's a great thing to have. Even bobby pins like this are really good just to do really light styling. So with Stevie, for example, sometimes I like the bangs to be a little bit more prominent, so I like to brush the bangs forward, pull back the longer part of the hair, and use a bobby pin like this just to clip it back like that. That way only the bangs are really falling forward, so I have more of a straight bang look rather than the brush to the side look. Now both styles I really love, but it's just a really simple way to kind of mix up your wig look for that day. Another everyday wig tip that I use on a pretty regular basis is to use synthetic wig products like the René of Paris Revive Liquid Enhancement. This one in particular is very useful to have for so many different purposes, and it's one that I use almost every day, if not every day. Now this isn't something that I personally feel the need to keep on me at all times. I don't usually have this in my purse or anything like that, but it is such a really great thing for if you're getting ready for the day. Let's say you pulled out a wig that you maybe haven't worn in a little bit, and you just, maybe the last time you put it away in storage, in your wig storage, maybe you didn't like brush it out properly and you just want to kind of revive it a little bit, just if you're going to wear it that day. The name is right there on the product, Revive Liquid Enhancement. This is kind of just a cure-all for so many little wig things that you might want to take care of on a regular basis. So this is good for helping to get rid of frizz, get rid of static if that's ever an issue, to keep a really nice shine. It's also very helpful as a detangler as well. So if you just spray just a tiny bit, spray it from a distance, you can either use your fingers to help detangle it, or you can go and use your brush and just very gently comb through it. It just kind of helps to loosen up any tangles you might get. Now with this wig in particular, this one is Alexander from the Alexander Couture Collection. Love this style. This is actually a curlier style. A product like this is really fantastic for kind of just giving those curls just a little bit more life to them. In general, with synthetic wigs, they do hold their style without any maintenance or upkeep, so that's a really fantastic thing about synthetic wigs. When you have a curly wig like this, the curls will hold. Even after you wash it, they will come back and be just as curly. But sometimes after a while of wearing it, they can just fall just a tiny bit. Maybe if they used to be really curly, maybe they kind of just look a little wavy. This is really helpful for giving them that curl pattern that they had when they were brand new. So just a little bit of a spray, even just something like a little scrunch. You can kind of like curl it around your finger. This next tip that I wanted to share is maybe consider having different wigs for different purposes. Now, to explain what I mean by that, this can apply whether you're someone that wears different wigs every single day and you're always changing it up from like red to blue, to back to brunette to blonde, or if you're someone that just wears the same style every day, this tip can still apply to you. So for me, as someone who wears a different wig style for every occasion, I change it up pretty much every single day. Maybe if I'm going to work for the day, I would wear something like this. It's a nice kind of reddish color, really gorgeous. But then if I'm going out for the night and I want to have a little bit more of a fun look, maybe I would bring this with me to work and switch to something like Posh in Aqua Paradise from the Orchid Collection just for the evening. Here's what Posh looks like on. This color is absolutely gorgeous and the style is so fun. Now this is of course my own personal style, what I was describing before. This is maybe something that I would want to wear out with a fun night out with friends, but maybe for you it might be the equivalent of at work one day you want to have straight hair, but then you want to have your hair curly for the evening. You can bring a similar wig that just also happens to have a curl pattern and switch to that for the evening, as opposed to having to go through the process of curling your hair. Whether that's curling a human hair wig or whether that's curling your own hair, you just feel like wearing a wig instead, you can do that. And something else that you can do, which is something I always like to have, is to keep an older wig that maybe is a little bit past its lifespan and you're not really wearing it very often anymore. Use a wig like that for activities where the wig might get messed up. So say for example I'm going to work and then after work I want to go to the gym. What I like to always do is keep the same wig but one that I've already kind of used past its lifespan, and then use that as my workout wig and keep it in my gym locker. That way I'm keeping the nice new wig that I have in good condition and just wearing the older wig just for the purpose of wearing it to the gym. Maybe I'll keep it tied back in a ponytail or a bun, and that way I'm not sweating or just kind of giving the newer wig an extra bit of friction and kind of like messing it up a little bit sooner. This can also apply to things like going to the beach. I feel like every time I go to the beach in a wig, it kind of just gets a lot of sand in it, so I like to keep an older wig as kind of my designated beach wig, or maybe even things like taking care of animals or taking care of kids. Your hair might get a little bit more messed up, so just kind of having that spare wig as your kind of wig that you use for purposes like that. I always find that really useful. Now, if you're someone that's new to wigs, that may not be something you would want to go out of your way to buy a second wig for. However, synthetic wigs do have a lifespan. They usually typically last 4 to 6 months of daily wear, depending on a lot of factors like regular upkeep and things like that. But after a while, if you are going to be a frequent wig wearer, you kind of just inevitably end up with these older wigs that are past their lifespan, and that is just something you can use them for, and I always find it very useful. It also saves me the trouble of having to wash my everyday wig as often because I'm not wearing it for things like going to the gym, for example. Whereas if I wore it to the gym more often, I might have to wash it just that much more frequently. So those are all the quick wig tips I wanted to share with you all in this video. Definitely give a comment below any tips that you want to share with our wig community here on the René of Paris channel, or which of these tips that you found the most helpful. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe to our channels for more wig tips and tutorials. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.